How much would you need to be paid to have someone break your finger? Like
Just one finger.
Oh,
yeah, like your index finger, and like
your index finger.
Yeah, you like maybe your whatever your dominant hand is.
Yeah.
Someone like snaps your index finger, like properly
off?
breaks it. No, off.
Yeah.
It'll grow back. it'll be fine.
But will it be like permanently fucked at the knuckle?
Oh, you might like when
you
it eventually
break a
heals,
finger like that.
you'll hear a clicking sound whenever you like. But like it works fine. Like it's not the end of the world.
Fucked at the Knuckle was the name of my band in high school.
Well, that's the tough part, is that I play the guitar, so that's like the only
true.
consideration. That it's like,
Maybe it heals in 4 months. It's like more or less usable. As you enter like 50, maybe like late 50s, 60s, you get like, and you like arthritis starts playing up and stuff.
I feel like it's
How
a
much
large amount of money, but I would say 125k.
Yeah.
That much? Yeah. Wow, I'd probably do it for
less than that. No, I probably would do it. But
Fuck,
if someone was like
I don't
80,
know if I'd do it.
Wait,
180,
125 kilograms of what?
blow.
kgs.
Blow?
What?
Yeah.
125 kilograms of cash.
Ooh, now you're
like
talking.
10
Gold
million or
coins.
something.
5 cent coins? Damn.
I just need a cube. It's in a
Cube of
densely
cash.
bag.
Yeah, I'd be happy
50.
I think I'd be happy with just a cube of cash.
50k.
What did you say?
Shop up a figure for
250?
No,
He said 125.
125. Yeah, actually, maybe that's not unreasonable.
I'm thinking about it as in like, I mean, if you break a finger, it's not going to be healed in 4 months. That's fucked.
How long does it take for a finger to heal?
Well, I don't know, man, but I feel like a finger.
Like a year?
Nah.
I don't know. I've never broken
Like
a bone before.
Yeah, I don't know.
I reckon it'd be fine in 6 months. Break a bone.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You put
just
a little-
don't know.
They put
I
that
think
little
fingers
stent
are
on
more-
it.
You just have a
Fiddly.
thing. Yeah.
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 I don't know.
It's a fiddlier.
It's definitely in the single digits.
Hey.
You got to think of what like a yearly salary is, and say it takes a year for it to heal. Then you should double whatever that yearly salary is.
Is that the rule of thumb?
Oh, well, it's just sort
Or
of
the rule
it's a
of
rule
broken
of index
finger?
finger. Yeah.
It's definitely in the single digits.
I think 125k.
Going around for a
is
second.
Yeah,
Second lap
you're
on
not
that one.
wrong.
Yeah,
I was gonna say like $5,000, but I think
See,
you're right.
I'm at the point where it, like
Yeah, I'm not.
the money
Yeah.
has to be enough to really change my life.
Yeah.
And like
To
100,
willingly sit through that,
125k wouldn't change my life. It would just pay off like my mortgage.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, I'm still the same.
That's kind of life changing.
It would be
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
It would be nice, but it's not gonna. I'm not gonna do anything with that money.
Well,
I feel
would
like I
you
need a
exchange
million.
it for something that you find annoying that you would then never have to do again? For example,
Oh, Alex, I can't do the dishes.
Yeah.
So I got that bum pinky
Yeah.
from that dude that paid me 125
but you
grand
don't
to break
even
it.
you don't even have to justify it like that. It's just the trade is I lose my pinky, I never have to do this again.
Yeah.
Not because it would.
Like
make
I don't
it
want to
impossible.
drive. I can't grip the
Oh,
thing
are we
right.
cutting
I don't
off
feel
the
safe.
pinky now?
No,
Oh, yeah,
no,
I don't
breaking
know.
it.
Okay.
Breaking the pinky 50k. I do that for 50k.
Yeah, I'd probably do that for 50k.
Cutting the pinky 250. Double that shit.
250.
And with each successive thing, I just double it. Take out the whole arm. That's like, I'm not doing the math on that.
Yeah.
No,
That's some
A whole
money.
arm is
That.
tough.
it's too many centimeters.
$8 million. $8 million to take your arm.
8 million. Yeah,
Yeah,
that'll
$8 million
that'll change
arm.
some things.
Okay.
I'd
But
take
you
a
know
couple
what?
of million for an arm.
You
No, I
get
don't think I'd
discriminated
do that.
against. But you probably get some sort of disability pension thing, right? I don't
On
know how
top
it
of
works.
the on top of the 2 mil.
Yeah, you might.
Yeah, you get the I chopped off my own arm disability pension.
Yeah, the
All those-
volunteer. A guy paid me a lot of money to dismember me rather.
Hey guys, I don't want to derail this conversation. Is that an intro? Do we
Jean-Claude
do we just
Van
jump-
Damme, that was a good intro.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, film.
I didn't want to talk about the film.
Yeah. So this week we're back on the list. We've actually skipped 3 Strikes. We're going to go back to that when we find ourselves a really good guest. But this is the OG crew. We're talking about the movie or the tomato Derailed from 2002, which is a direct-to-DVD Jean-Claude Van Damme action
Was
thriller.
it direct to DVD?
I think
I didn't
so.
know that.
Nobody's ever been able to exactly say exactly what OG stands for.
Original gangster.
Original
Okay.
gangsters.
Oh,
What?
what?
Is there an original gangster?
Yeah,
Is
people
it-
say it all the time.
Is
You
that what
just
OG
never seem to be around when
Is that
people
what OG stands
define
for?
it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bunch of old guys.
These are old guys.
Old
gangsters.
gangsters.
Okay. thought it was orange juice.
This movie shouldn't technically be on the list. It only has 5 critic reviews, and the list specifically says it needs to have at least 20.
Huh.
But it's on the list, so we watched it.
And you know what?
It's witchcraft.
Now knowing that makes a lot of sense, because this movie was a fucking banger. This movie was fucking awesome.
I'm so glad you're on board. Me too.
Dude,
it was great. Fantastic film.
Oh my god! I mean,
My problem with this movie is that I already saw the movie Simon Says, and that was this movie but with Dennis Rodman. So I don't need to see this one.
So the movie is called Derailed, as I already said. It's essentially about Jean-Claude Van Damme being hired for a Secret Service mission of some kind.
An extraction mission.
Oh, right.
They're like, go and get this woman out of this situation, and you get paid tons of money.
That's right. And I'll just say that it's like a phone booth kind of movie, because the whole movie takes place on a hijacked train.
Well,
hence the Derailed.
The last hour does, but the first half hour they're not on the train.
Is it a whole half hour?
It's a long time.
It's a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
It
To the point
felt
where
like the whole movie was on the
exposition,
train.
it took, when they got on the train, I was like, oh, Derailed.
Yeah, same.
But until then, I had no idea.
Similar to and I haven't seen this movie, but Snakes on a Plane. It was it wasn't Snakes on a Plane. It was bioweapons on a train.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of similarities there.
I mean,
They'll kill you.
Yeah.
So Jean-Claude Van Damme's the good guy, and I haven't seen any Van Damme movies. I'm just not really an action.
Who's Eddie Van Damme?
Eddie
You're talking about Eddie Van Halen.
I haven't seen Eddie Van Halen movies or any Van Damme movies, but
Not even Street Fighter.
This isn't
Yeah.
literally none of them. I've
He
never
played
seen him in a
Ghoulie.
movie. I've never seen him in a movie, but this is exactly what I expected, and the reason why I've abstained from such films.
See, I always try to sing Street Fighter songs in my head, and I always end up with
Star Wars theme.
Wait, what's the
They're getting louder, Mitch. Okay, so I don't have much to say about this movie. We can break down the plot.
Let's wrap the podcast
But I
up.
really want to get to the very end credits, and I think
Let's
Hayden might want to as
start
well.
at the end credits,
Yeah.
and then
all right.
just start with all the hits, because this movie...
Confession
that's all it
time.
is.
Confession time.
You didn't get to the end.
Get to the end.
You didn't make it to the
I'm only
end.
53 minutes through. With
Man,
I liked
we get
this
so much
movie.
hate mail from you watching things at 1.5 speed, from not making it to the end. Like, it's
Yeah,
just
but-
like, why isn't he committed? Fire him from the podcast. All this stuff. I'm like, dudes, I don't know what to tell you. He is the
yeah, but
podcast.
it's mainly me sending those
Yeah.
to myself.
Can we describe the first half hour? So
Okay.
He gets given the detail to go and pull this woman out of, where was she?
Romania.
No, sorry. The
Slovenia.
movie
They
started
ended up in
Slovakia.
Slovakia.
She's in Slovakia, but sorry.
Before that, they're in
the movie-
Austria. They start in Austria. I remember
No,
that
they're
much.
going back to Austria.
Where does it open?
It opens in Austria.
No,
In
but-
Austria,
no, it
'cause-
doesn't.
Because I've only seen the first half. I remember the first half.
He knows
He's,
first
no,
half.
because
like
she's
the back
getting
his
out of
hand.
Slovakia to go back
Yeah.
to Austria.
Wait, they're going to Austria?
No, yes,
I'm
they're
just-
going to Austria.
Well, all I know is the first title we see is Vienna, Austria, and then later on we see
Slovakia.
Slovakia.
Look,
That is
whatever. The
true.
point is, she steals some bioweapons from the country she's in. Why
Well,
would
we
she?
don't know that. We get a
Yeah.
we get
Oh
a
no, we
classic-
do, because when
She
she
holds
steals
it
it, she
out.
holds out this metallic cassette
And you see
tape.
there's a
It has a
biohazard
biohazard
thing.
thing on it.
Yeah.
Well,
but
I mean-
it's very similar to how Simon Says starts, I think. But basically, we're with this woman. She's like an expert cat burglar
Oh, it is very
slash
similar,
professional
yeah, yeah.
spy thief. And she's doing all the kind of classic spy. She's climbing up
Yeah.
walls. Is it called rappelling? Or like when you
Rappel?
shoot one? Yeah. Grapple
hook.
Yeah, she's
grappling?
doing that.
She's
She's doing the
basically
thing
like
where
Scorpio, like,
you
"Get
cut
over here,"
You
but
cut
to the
like a
ceiling.
circle of glass around a doorknob
right.
or whatever, and
Yeah.
you
It was all the
remove things.
classics. It was all the
It was
hits.
all the
I remember that
classics,
from
actually.
Wallace and Gromit when the penguin does it.
Yeah, the
Yes.
penguins. Yeah.
Yes.
Perhaps the scariest character of all time, when he's walking down, when the dog is in that box and its
Yeah.
eyes are in the box, and the
Yeah.
penguin walks
yeah.
down and just does this sharp right turn and looks
you
right
can
at
see
you.
it
Yeah.
through the dog's
Yeah.
Oh
binoculars.
yeah, you see it through the box.
And he blinks and he has white eyes as well. And then
Yeah.
at the end he goes, by the way, it was me and I could talk all along.
Yeah, I remember that
Do you
part.
Genuinely
That part
upsetting.
remember when Penguin did that at the end?
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
From the Batman film.
Anyway, so what? We got
So
some
she steals
European
it, and
woman.
she is hot. The way that she pulls up outside this fucking like military base or something, and like the security guard comes over, and it's a woman. She's
He's
pretending her
military,
car's
isn't
fucked
he?
up.
He's like fully like in
Isn't that what I
he's-
said? What did
you
I
said
say?
security guard.
Oh, security guard outside. Yes, he's a military security guard. Anyway, they're outside a military facility.
He's like Gooley from
They're
Street
doing the
Fighter.
perimeter.
She's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, my car's broken down, it's smoking, and for some reason she's driven to like a military base that only has one road in, one road out, and she's like,
And he's
I'm
like, "You're not
lost."
meant to be here. You know, you're actually in a restricted area." And she's like, "How do I turn my car
And
on?"
she leans over and he sees down her top, and then
Yeah.
bow
Yeah.
right in the something.
No, she drops something, and he goes from
Yeah,
like
he's
tough
like,
security
"Ooh,
guy
yeah."
who's going like, "You shouldn't be here, miss." She drops something, and he's like, "Oh, let me help you with that," really nicely, and then she fly kicks him or something.
She gives him cleavage. That's
Yeah.
right.
This actress as well. Does anyone
Mulholland
recognize her?
Drive.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? When I was watching Mulholland Drive, I thought the two actresses who are in, and I guess David Lynch just chooses different actors, you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
not typical actors, but they had a very like low budget quality to them.
Oh, they're just this alien kind of like they're not speaking words.
Yeah, and like
Came
their
out from
faces
their
are just
mind,
one very flat sort of expression the whole time in Mulholland Drive, and it took me ages to pick what she was from. But when I did, it made more sense because this is the sort of movie I was
Yeah, this is
expecting
the
to
movie
pop
that
up
she
in.
was made for.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she's. I'm sure she does other things.
She was good at
This is a
Mulholland
scene.
Drive.
Yeah, she was great.
We've all seen a million times, right? Where it's like someone pretends to be in trouble, and then the cops come or the military come, and then they're like, "I was actually a bad guy, kwacha," and they get him, right? So it's meant to be a surprise when she stands up and she kicks him. But as soon as she goes, "Oh, thank God you're here. Someone's here to help," it was like, okay, she's a bad person straight away. Like that was
Yeah.
just broadcast to
obvious.
the world, and then then it happens exactly how you think. And I always hate those kind of things. I'm like, either do a twist on it where you pull me one way and then throw me the other, or just don't do it. Just have her just jump on his back from a tree she's hiding in or something. Like this whole like, oh,
What I like about this fight montage is that it's happening during the credits, so we get her attacking these guys and going in and breaking the glass with her lasers and stuff,
Yeah, she has a good
interspersed
laser.
with the name of the director and the producer and stuff like that. And it just doesn't match up because there's like a tension to her montage, which when you see it over the credits, you know that like nothing's going to come from this.
Yeah.
This is just like a prelude to
Yeah.
what's going to happen in the movie. It doesn't mean anything. All we're seeing is her do this shit.
was this a big thing in the 90s and the 2000s? It was like we
Lasers?
got a bioweapon. Like that's like the thing that
It's
we've
a little
stolen.
late. I feel like this movie was 7 years late.
Also in X vs 7, there's
Yes,
a bioweapon.
that's
and
it.
Oh,
I-
but that
it
was.
might
Yeah.
just be a
That was really like the same time as this. That was like
I
the
think
same
just,
year, wasn't it?
Shitty action
2002.
movies had like a limited amount of things that they could be about.
maybe it was the new nuke or something like nuclear.
Yeah, it was that, or it was like they've downloaded like technology to a disk that can destroy the world.
I guess it's it's
Take
the
control
internet
of
was
the-
coming
the big
about.
bullet.
Things were more techie.
Yeah,
and, I don't know,
there hadn't been a
bioweapons
world war in
and-
a while, but everyone had nukes.
I mean, a year later, I think Agent Cody Banks came out, and that was all about.
Is it about bioweapons? I don't know. What
Well, I think it
happens
was
in this movie.
about. No, it was about micro machines. What are they fucking called?
Micro
machines.
Micro machines.
Nanobots.
Nanobots.
Yeah.
And they eat people from the inside. But that was. They sort of treated that
Yeah.
like a bioweapon kind of thing. There was a limited amount of things you could do at that time.
Anyway, so that's the
nanobots over
opening.
nanobots.
You know what though? I
anytime.
think Morgan was wrong. According to my notes, the Austria Vienna is when we go back to Van Damme, which is
Holy
right
shit.
after this
That's
scene.
right.
So I think the woman is doing this
She's in
robbery in Slovakia.
She's in Slovakia, and then she has to get the fuck out of Slovakia with her.
She has to get out of
bioweapons.
Dodge.
How's she going to get out of Dodge when she's
She's
there are
left her
red berets
car in
everywhere.
the restriction
Yeah, that's right.
zone. They're like that never quite made sense to me. Maybe they explained it. I never can follow these movies, but yeah, she got in there fine, but then she's like hiding in Slovakia in a theater or a cinema,
That's
and
right.
she's like, I need someone to pull me out, and so that's how Van Damme gets pulled in.
And but does she request to be pulled out? Like, she seems like she can handle herself pretty
Yeah.
well. Why does she need
And she
someone-
has that attitude of like, I don't need you, and I didn't
Exactly.
really want you here, but now you're here, you're going to do things my way.
Okay, so with Van Damme, He is on holiday with his family. He's a badass secret agent, and every time they need to get away, he gets pulled away.
He's perfect.
Yeah.
He's perfect for this, though.
They
He's
really
amazing.
try to sell that he's a family man. I found that so funny that, like, the guy who hires him, which is another Deadwood character, me and Morgan, obviously...
Charlie Utter
himself. He's like, hey, I got this job for you. It's an extraction. It's a babysitting role. Don't worry about it. It's real easy. And he's like, oh, I'm here with my family. Like, I don't really want to.
Oh, yeah, Charlie Utter's like, you have a pastry. Come on.
Yeah.
Have another pastry.
So he convinces him to do it, and then... Like, they really try to sell this family thing because it's obviously important later. But at that point, it's 5 minutes in, and he's like, I got to leave my family. So he's like, honey, I got to do this job. And she's like, oh, but we were having so much fun. And he's got a little son who keeps doing these spin kicks. That's his son in real life. That's young Van Damme.
I looked that up. I was
really?
like, this kid looks real.
That's awesome.
And it's
real
like that
intense.
early 2000s, like, would be a Linkin Park fan, has this spiky black hair, but he also does... And so when Van Damme's like, hey, kids, I got to go on another job. I'll see you guys soon. He's like, give me a few kicks, kid. And the kid's just like showing up his
Doing
kicks.
It's so cool.
Like it.
And the contrast is amazing because he goes like, now you stay out of trouble. Now kick my hand 4 times.
Yeah.
Just practice your violence on
And
me.
there's also a daughter, which was really funny because the daughter looked like a 30-year-old woman, but was meant to be like 16 or
Oh, yeah,
something.
she was all wrinkled up.
Yeah.
Oof. Yikes.
Yeah, woof.
Yeah.
And then and so Charlie Utter, he hires Van Damme to do this, and Van Damme's like, have you got any ideas of how I can explain this to my wife? And then Charlie Utter just goes, no. And that's the end of the scene. And then you're like, oh, man.
Sure, I don't want a pastry.
Yeah. Now, the fun thing about Charlie Utter to me in this movie was he pops up maybe 3-4 times throughout. Usually, Van Damme goes to Slovakia and calls back to be like, hey, this woman's crazy, or I'm stuck here, I need help. And every time Charlie Utter is just on this balcony in the city of Vienna, I assume, in a robe, and sometimes there's a woman, like a hot European woman coming up and kind of like trying to kiss him.
Wait,
and sometimes he's
I
into
know who the
it.
woman is. It's the woman who brings him his pastries.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it actually?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I was listening. I was paying attention.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got like a young, it might even be his wife. I don't want to say mistress, but it's just so funny every
Go
time.
on, say mistress. It's so fun.
Mistress. Mistress.
Nothing like a guilty pleasure.
Yeah. Sometimes she's like coming up and cuddling him when he's on the phone talking to Van Damme, and he's like, hey, baby.
And he has to like push her away.
Yeah, and then other times
Oh.
he's like fully just pushing her away, and he's just like, get out of my face, I'm talking to Van Damme here. I just thought it was like...
Don't you know who this
Yeah.
is? It's Van Damme.
He has no character in this until the end.
Exactly. So,
Oh, really? He does something?
Van
I can't
Damme.
wait. I can't wait to hear what he does.
Van Damme eventually meets up with her. She's undercover, and it's hiding in plain sight. She's undercover as like the lead in like a theater show. So like, her face is plastered all over this theater with like a mask in front of it, like, you know, like, because I don't know, she's performing in Slovakia, so it's not exactly the best way to hide from
have a public facing role.
Anyway, he goes into her theater and he's like, I'm here to save you. That's my Jean-Claude Van Damme. And she's like, who says I need saving?
She smashes a spotlight on his face.
Yeah, that's right. And she's like, put your hands where I can see them and stuff. So she's formidable. We know that this isn't going to be a cakewalk.
And she
for
knows
old
how the
Danny
sound
boy.
and lighting and
She's technically minded.
Yeah. To be an actress who also knows the tech side of things.
Threat.
She knows behind the... She's a triple threat.
Yeah.
Now
she
she jumps on him and she's like she's on the ropes. She's like hanging from the ropes of the staging, and she really doesn't trust him. She's like questioning, "Who are you? Where are you from?" and stuff. And he's like, "Hey, I'm here to save you." And she goes, "I wouldn't trust you if your tongue came notarized."
Yeah, that was
That was good.
That was good.
Don't know.
And then
immediately after, like in this scene, they introduced 10 military guys
they
come
just
in
come
with
in like,
guns.
oh, maybe
It's
she's
like
in there.
20
Yeah.
minutes.
And he goes to Van Damme goes to save her, and she goes, "No, this is my theater, and
This is my show.
This is my show," because they're in her theater, and similar to that scene where in Simon Says. They have sex, and the woman hits a button that makes a bunch of lights go on.
Yeah, it was exactly like
She
that.
turns on all the strobe lights on the stage, and
Yeah.
they make a hasty getaway, which
Yeah.
really just, I mean, and this is when it clicked for me that this is a pretty low budget film. Like, that's when, like, all the fighting was like, the camera was moving so quick you couldn't see what was happening.
Can we
you know?
talk about the editing now? because this is a perfect moment to talk about the editing in this movie, because it genuinely felt like...
I love some of the risks they took.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there were risks.
One of their best moves, which they did a few times, was like, in a big dramatic scene, it would do a zoom in and a freeze frame for like 2 seconds.
Sometimes it would freeze and then zoom in a little more, or stretch it like up and down at the same time, and at the same time have like a synth going like... So
I
it was
love
like
that as a
melting.
directorial move where you're like, look, I want this reaction, like something's just blown up or the bad guys just killed someone, but they don't last long enough. Like for some reason they change their expression or something, and he's like, no, I just need 1-2 extra seconds on that face. Let's just freeze frame it.
There was a lot of like my wife pointed this one out, but it happened throughout the whole movie. Like at one point, Van Damme's walking towards the camera, and it's like slow fade between him being at the back of 5 meters behind, and then it like Hype Williams-esque crossfades with him being slightly closer to the camera, and then just to cut out a few seconds of him walking, just to speed it. And there was a lot of that, a lot of like crossfading of the exact same shot with the exact same scenes.
Very European.
Very European. Very Slovakian.
When in Vienna. That's what the director said.
Well, my thing is, I was at a certain point trying to figure out what was a technical error and what was
intentional.
It was all a choice, my friend. Everything's a choice.
Well,
Some of it was
you can't just like put breakbeat under something and just like, I don't know, let's show over on the left.
I don't know about that. Maybe you can.
And I think you can, because I was loving it.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't know. Maybe it's that I watched a lot of this movie on public transport. I was watching it on my phone.
Wait, on a train?
No,
was being derailed?
I wish I just went to the city, went back and forth on the light rail.
Yeah. Just to get that real life 4D experience.
Yeah. You know what? I will next time. Next time I see it, I'll get my Google Cardboard out and just hook in for the ride. But
did we talk about the fight scene on the train where it goes split screen?
We haven't got to the train
yet, bro.
Well, we're talking about editing, and so I thought this would be the time to mention that part.
Okay.
The most egregious one was when they dropped the bioweapon on the train.
Oh yeah,
you're gonna jump to that
stop
point.
ruining it for our listeners.
Yeah. You're right.
That was a huge moment in the movie.
Let's pick it up. Let's pick up the pace. Okay,
this is a spoiler podcast. Imagine if we danced around.
Like, I really liked the way this movie moved on with its plot. I genuinely didn't expect the bioweapons to actually come into the film.
You know what the most tense moment of the movie was? When they were about to get on the train and Jean-Claude Van Damme got bumped. And then he was like, where is she? I've lost her.
Yeah, that's right.
He got
for like
bumped.
10 seconds.
He got bumped.
Yeah. And then he did the classic thing where she had a blonde wig on and he grabs a woman and she turns around. She's like,
hello?
Get off me.
But also, she was also definitely wearing a blonde wig.
Yeah.
Like, no one's hair looks like that.
Yeah, the same bright blonde wig.
Yeah.
That just didn't make sense. Like,
it didn't matter either, because he just finds it.
Yeah, finds it 2 seconds later.
I was really worried for a second.
I think that's just to show that she was wily and he had to keep an eye on her the whole time.
And so they do get on this train, which is getting out of Slovakia.
Yeah, Van Damme gets
They get out of the theater. We didn't even say that.
They get out of the theater.
Escape. They do some they hang from ropes and stuff. They do all this.
But again,
a whole chase
it didn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like it was they didn't have the budget to do that stuff. The guy who was storyboarding this out was like, and then she's going to get on the ropes and she's going to fly down and it's going to decapitate the other guy who's attached to the other rope, and he's going to fly up and hit his head on the lighting rig or something. But really, it was just flashing lights and I don't entirely know why they strapped themselves to ropes. They kind of belayed, is that the word? Belayed themselves down and then were down on the stage again. And my wife was sitting next to me and was like, is this whole movie going to be flashing like that? Because I've got a migraine now. And I said, 1, I don't know. I haven't seen this before. And 2, I would assume that no, there's not going to be flashing lights through the whole movie.
But they did. They absconded up into the air where they were easy targets, and then they ran away. They were in a car chase that looked quite good.
The car chase is great.
The car chase did look good. They had sparks coming
explosions.
Explosions.
This is where the majority of the budget kind of comes in. I think most of it, because it's all a lot of outdoor shots.
I reckon this movie cost a bit. I reckon this movie cost at least 10 million.
Yeah, 100%.
I think more.
100%.
I was looking it up. It cost...
They had a lot of actors.
Whatever it cost, it did not make anywhere near...
Probably cost 2 fingers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
100%.
I gotta stop
no,
saying
the
100%.
2 fingers was only 250.
The Bachelor.
The Bachelor, everything's 100% with them.
Yeah, 100%, man. Yeah. And it's rotting my brain.
Who's your pick this year?
I'm just watching highlights of The Bachelor.
Of old seasons.
I don't sit down and actually watch a whole series.
No way.
I'm not a loser.
That's like
I specifically said, talking about Van Damme, I said the action ain't bad. So far, this movie isn't terrible at all. It's just like your average Van Damme direct-to-DVD action movie.
Like, it's cliche, but it's not
yeah.
unwatchable.
What else was he? Was he in something called True Lies? Was that him?
Nah, that's Schwarzenegger, right?
Oh, man.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jamie Lee Curtis,
There's a picture
and
of
Tom
him.
Arnold.
There's a picture of Van Damme in that where in True Lies there's like an alternate Terminator movie, right? They do a joke,
really?
I'm pretty sure, where they're in a video store or something and there's like Van Damme as the Terminator in like a cardboard cutout advertising Terminator.
Oh, sick.
Because Arnie's in that movie. I think that's right.
Well, they do that same joke in Last Action Hero.
Maybe I'm getting mixed up with that.
Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, that's probably more likely what I'm talking about, but let's just go with mine.
We'll fix it in the corrections episode.
Yeah. What do you guys think about doing a corrections episode where we go through, listen to all our old ones, and we fact check the dumb things we've claimed?
Sounds like work.
Yeah. Dude, I
Let's
clock into
do
this
it.
podcast
Yeah.
at 9
Work.
every day.
Yeah.
Anyway, they get on the train.
Yeah.
And there is a tense moment where the guy, like, there's lots of military dudes at the train station trying
Checking
to stop this
IDs.
woman from
Oh yeah,
getting
the
the
guys
fuck
with
out
the
of
red
there.
berets.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so one guy's like
very
checking the ID
European.
and then looking up at her. In
She's
her
got a wig
blonde
on, so
wig,
her hair's different, and
and he's like,
but is he
looking-
going to
it's a
spot
very
her
long
still?
shot.
For some reason, Van Damme gives her a fake ID, and she's like, "I won't be needing this," and like gives it back to him, and then she has her own ID, I guess. And so when she gets on the train, I was like, "Is she using her own passport?" I don't even know
that's
what
right.
the
And they
tension
did the
here
thing
is.
where the security guard scrutinized very carefully the ID,
Yeah.
and Van Damme like reached for his gun.
Yeah, he's like, "They're gonna have trouble here."
Just like, if anybody ever does that in real life,
Yeah.
how suspicious would you
Oh
be?
yeah,
You'd be
just
like,
like
oh shit, what is
the
about to
hand
happen?
across the body into the back of the jacket, just when they've been like, "Can I please see your ID?" You're
Yeah.
like,
And
are
they
you,
are
are you
so
reaching for a gun,
slowly-
sir? In case I,
Yeah. If they do it that slow, like that is so suspicious.
So we get on the train, and then we get introduced to train characters.
Yeah, that was so.
One
Oh,
by
that was
one.
sick.
I love that.
Yes.
Texas
See,
Bob
again-
and the Limey.
Again, this is
Yeah.
when I was like, oh, there's more to this movie than
Yeah.
meets the eye. We're
Yeah.
getting more characters.
That was me too. It was like number one.
It really is snakes on the
they're on a
plane.
train in this movie.
Yeah.
Okay, now I get it. And then number two, like we're about half an hour in, but there's some new characters. I thought it was going to get a little, what is it, Murder on the Orient Express
yeah.
or something?
Yeah.
Like
right,
one of those.
right.
I wasn't sure.
Because they're
what
like,
was gonna
who's this
happen here.
character? We got cowboy American.
Yeah, because there has to be a
fat-
reason.
Oil tycoon.
Yeah,
There has
Yeah.
to be some
Yeah, that
reason
was
that
great.
one of them sacrifices something, or they have to do something. I mean, again, I haven't
Yeah.
seen the movie, but I'm
Oh
guessing.
man, you think
I'm
are
guessing
they
they're
going to
just
tie all this
innocents.
up? Oh yeah, man!
No.
At the very end,
I don't think they're
everyone
relevant.
gets
So
this
I
story.
think
Who
they're
do
totally
we meet? We
irrelevant.
meet an old
Texas
Texan.
Bob?
Texas
Oil-
Oil.
Yeah.
You get Motorcycle Bill.
Who's an Englishman?
Englishman.
Yeah, he's a
leather
limey.
jacket.
You get Violin Woman.
Yeah, there's a
A
European
woman
violinist.
who has a violin.
Yeah.
That's it.
And she's been saving for it for 10 years.
Yeah. So she's
Just so you
singing.
know.
She's reading sheet music and maybe like kind of like humming to herself like the
Yeah,
melodies.
she's
Oh, yeah.
freaking
And
out.
the
with
American
that
guy
shit.
Oil
comes
Can
up.
Bill.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
this is great.
What does he say to her? He's just like, "Hey, are you a singer of some sort or something?" And she just goes like, "Yeah, something like that." She doesn't want to talk to him.
I don't think what he says is even that offensive.
No.
It's not.
No.
And then
But
she's
she,
like,
she goes like, yeah, it must be very hard for me to keep all these songs in my head.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So she's singing to herself. He goes, "Hey, you're a musician." She goes, "You're pretty insightful." And then he's like, "Yeah, it must be real interesting. All those songs and such."
Yeah.
which is funny. He's like kind of trying to flirt with her, or even just get a nice conversation
That's
going.
right.
And then her response is, "Yeah, it's crazy. I even managed to keep them all in my head." And she kind of scoffs, turns away, walks away. And I was like, I mean,
She's the judgmental one here.
You don't have to
Very-
talk to someone if you don't want to, but like you can just say, "Oh, look, I don't really."
This is
wanna."
classic European behaviour.
Yeah, I was
you
gonna
go
say,
over there, and
I
these
wouldn't
Europeans all play violin, and they all expect you to understand that they can keep songs in their heads, and it's amazing to us.
Yeah.
We go over there and we tell them, it's amazing. You keep songs in your heads, and they get so angry because it's a cultural difference.
Yeah.
It's those Europeans.
The-
Can someone explain to me
phonies.
why do they change? So when Van Damme and the woman get onto the train, they get shown their room. Why does he instantly ask to change rooms?
Yeah.
Because they change to a new room.
Yeah, I don't
Straight
know. There's
away.
a whole lot
I
of
guess it
room
works
changing in
out.
there.
And they're all paying the conductor to do
Yeah.
so. And
Yeah.
the conductor is
Oh, because he knows
Yeah.
every inch of the train.
He knows every
that's
inch.
right.
He knows
And
it back to front.
so yeah, we're also invited in. We're also introduced to the conductor, who's like like who's the
Fat
dude
controller
in
from Thomas the
in
Tank.
Jaws?
Oh,
that
he is
Quint?
like, yeah.
Quint?
Quint?
Is it Quint?
The first
Yes.
We're all saying Quint, and I'm going to go with Quint.
Yeah.
Yeah, not
If not,
Jaws the Revenge,
corrections
though. You're
episode.
talking about Jaws 1.
Jaws 1.
I've
not
only
not
seen
Jaws the Revenge. Oh, okay.
I only talk about
Well,
the
there's
movies.
this guy who knows the
Are you
seas,
talking
and this
about
guy knows
the
the
guy from the
train like he
Bahamas?
knows the seas.
It's
And
his
so
train.
introduced to him, he knows every inch of the train, like he fucks it every night, and he
Yeah.
does.
You can tell.
He shovels
Are there any
coal.
other characters we're introduced
Oh
to?
yeah, there's the two guys that there's like the kind of nerdy buffoon and then the slightly more muscular buffoon who are actually driving the train, and they have like a computer.
Oh
I
no,
don't
no, they're
remember
not
what-
there yet. See,
they're
this
not
is
there
where
yet?
another shock
they
comes
come
in.
up
Someone
in a
hijacks
latest-
the fucking train.
Yeah.
So
Right.
the whole time you think that the Slovakians are going to be the Slovakian army are going to be the main like
Baddies.
bad dudes, but then another party comes in.
It's another
They
party.
hijack the train somehow, knowing that there's bioweapons on it, and you're like, who are these people now? So you've got new characters. You've got Cyclone Bob. You've got Cyclone Eddie.
Rusty
You've got
Pig.
Violin
Motorbike
Victoria.
Joe.
You got Motorbike Joe, and now you've got a whole new contingent of bad guys who hijack the train and come in and round up all of the. We're skipping a lot here, but they round up all the passengers.
Well, they
and
put a cell phone jammer
That's right.
on the front of the train,
Yeah.
and then they just start fucking bursting into rooms. I think they switch Van Damme's room with Texas Bob's room, and
Because he specifically says the conductor came and switched my room and then said all my drinks would be free. So he's just hanging in the bar area and trying to talk to people and give them free drinks because he's like, I'm calm.
actually, we did miss one thing. Van Damme's family makes it on the train.
Wait, are we there yet?
No,
we
we
are
are
there.
there because
Yeah, you're
because-
right. You're right. Before the hijackers come on, all of a sudden, the
Yeah.
woman goes. So Van Damme and this woman, I don't know her name.
She wants
the
to
woman,
put her sex on him.
She's getting
she had
all
a name.
feisty and sexy and stuff, and she goes to get changed in like the bathroom or something.
Yeah.
And then suddenly,
And he's married.
there's a knock at the door,
He's got
And
so
and he
much
reaches for his gun. He's like, "Who is it? Who is it?" And then bang, in comes his wife and kids, and he's
Yeah.
like,
And can
Yeah.
I just say about her getting her sex on top of her, on him, and how she's trying to be sexy with him, is that in the lead up to that, for like 5 minutes, she's very slowly like removing clothes. Like she's got a jacket on one scene, and then the jacket is unbuttoned one button, and then there's another button, and it's very gradual. It's like a 20-minute build up because you know it's going to happen. You know that she's gonna pounce on this guy, but it's just such a gradual thing. Very sneaky, very well done.
Very
Obviously
sneaky.
learned something from David Lynch.
Secretly sexy.
Learned something
So
from
the
David.
wife comes in and he's got this woman that he's just extracted from Slovakia, and she's beautiful, and her name's Galina, and the wife immediately assumes it's a prostitute, which
That's right.
is almost like a bit racist because it's like, oh, it's a European hot person in a train.
I think it's racist that you even
he's got
thought
a
that.
prostitute in a room. He's
Yeah,
like,
this is the way
But
the
it couldn't just
Europeans
be
are.
like a girlfriend or like a woman he's picked up. It has to be. They're like, look, I'm married to you. You're paying for this. Like, I know.
Europeans can be very sexual on trains.
That's so true.
she knew him better than we do. All right, I'm gonna say that maybe he's got a history. We don't know.
this is
him.
true. We don't know.
I like to think that if I get caught with a beautiful European woman in a train, that my partner of many years would not say, you're paying for sex with this person.
That's
they
right.
would just assume that I was charming enough to have picked them up
But if you
like
have
anyone
Van
else.
Damme's face, Van Damme's leathery skin,
Van Damme.
100% not believe.
He's got the best face. I feel so sorry for him. He looks so stressed out and like he just wants to get back to whatever it is he was doing before all this
I
happened.
think it was his birthday. I think they say at the beginning, like,
It ends up being his birthday.
that's
It's an
right.
overnight train ride.
Yeah,
I thought when he goes to leave, when he's leaving, his wife's like, "Well, don't leave us to do this job. Like, it's your birthday, and we're on this trip together."
Because the thing about Van Damme is he's ugly and he's handsome at the same time, and he has like this golf ball sized.
there's this golf ball, and
bruise.
he never puts it down. Every shot, there's a golf ball in shot.
He's just got this massive bruise
he
on
does.
his
He has
head,
a
and
weird
it,
lump
and
on
it
his
looks
head.
like that needs to be tended to before anything else. And that's all I'm thinking when I'm watching him in a movie is like, go and get out of this situation and get yourself straight.
Well, if you watched it to the end, you would have seen they drained that cyst on his head, and that's where the bioweapon was hidden.
That's right.
That's the antidote.
Yeah. So then the baddies come on the train pretty much straight after that.
Yep.
And doesn't the Galena woman, the thief, the woman that he's protecting, she like tries to kill herself, right?
Oh, I don't think she does. I think she just tries to run away because I think she catches.
Tried to kill herself. And Van Damme is like,
she tries to jump off the train for sure because she's like, and then he's like, "Well, if you jump, you die." And he's like, "It's better to be dead than to be caught by."
That's right, because we realize we've
whatever his name is.
discovered that there's a history between her and the people that have hijacked the train.
Yeah,
and that's how they know that she has the bioweapon.
Yeah,
I like the villain because he's a real piece of shit because of the way he like tongue fucks the girl that he's with like constantly, just constantly tongue kissing this woman. And
if I see someone making out like that
as well,
it's pure evil.
There's like a guitar riff that goes underneath every time he kisses her, like a.
Well, the idea that you could be so horny as this man
is disgusting.
And he knows everyone's gonna die. You know.
I think being horny in front of people is so undignified.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I don't have shame about it, but it's like. It's unnecessary.
But he knows what he's doing.
You guys don't know when I'm horny. I keep it to myself.
He knows
if you're aggressively horny in front of people, they know that you're here to like fuck shit up, man.
That's right. It's a dominance thing.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know if that would make me respect your evil more or less.
Is that why he's spreading this green goop that turned out to be some sort of virus, I'm assuming? Is it because it's the only way he can get his
let me tell you, it's called
Yeah,
SP43, and it's like a mutated strain of smallpox.
So he knows that's a bad thing, he shouldn't be doing that, but it's the only way to get himself horny.
What is the other than the horny motive, what is the motive of these hijackers to get the bioweapon?
It's usually...
to release it and then sell an antidote.
So they want to sell the antidote.
Right, yeah.
They want to,
that's very forward.
That's always fun.
That's very forward.
But do they have an antidote? They don't.
No, they keep saying with what's in there, they can make one.
But that's nonsense. As we know, living in the middle of a fucking pandemic,
it takes at least 18 months to make an FDA approved.
Right. Unless you're Russia. And even then,
do we have a vial of coronavirus?
Yeah, because I saw this movie and actually... I'm sure we could put together a vial of coronavirus if we had to.
Yeah.
So what happens is that they're all like they're fighting over the bioweapon. Again, fast forward. They eventually corner both Van Damme and the woman. I've forgotten her name.
Galena. Think vagina.
And
that's what I'm always thinking about. Being
they're
horny over here.
They're trying to get the bioweapon.
It's always so aggressively horny in front of us. Jesus.
It's like this flask with some shit with some tubes
there's like
inside.
4 small tubes of green goo.
Green, looks like fucking toxic waste or something.
Which was the color of the time for anything that was biohazardous.
So green. It was so green.
It was real green.
Loved it.
And after a scuffle, like it gets dropped to the ground.
Gets in the vents.
Or there's a fake out, isn't there? She catches it and they're like, oh, phew, and then someone else like kicks it out of her hand or something.
It gets all over her hand.
It smashes and it goes all over her hand, and then everyone in the room, all the bad guys, are like,
actually, no. They take it from her, and then Galena goes, "Hey, those are mine!" And she smacks them out of the bad guy's hand, and then it hits the ground, and it does that zoom in freeze frame on like everyone in the room, real quick, and maybe
over
even overlaying them. Yeah,
they like half
cross-fading, dissolving each other's faces, like over the reaction, just to be like, this is really important. What just happened? Like everyone's really scared, just in case we didn't sell that already. Yeah.
And as I said before, this was another twist. I'm like, oh fuck! Now there's a fucking virus on the goddamn train, and everyone's got smallpox.
Yeah, and it's fast acting.
Yeah,
it's like half an hour later, people are getting all chicken pox.
People coming out in hives.
This is when I turned it off. I was like,
oh man, this is
that's where you.
Why would you turn it off?
It's sick. I
things
really found this movie engaging.
There's some things around the corner from that.
It's literally the moment I turned it off.
We can fly through it at this point.
So
Texas Bob can't handle it.
Yeah.
Well, like you said, it gets in the air conditioning.
We get CGI
everyone in the
spores.
Now, are they still crawling through the air conditioning as well?
That's how they get away. That's right. They do crawl through the
Van Damme's just die-harding all around the train.
The whole time? He's still doing it?
conspiring with the conductor.
He chucked somebody off the train.
He's on top of the train numerous times.
I think the phrase "die hard on a train" is like a cliche for a bad movie pitch as well. And that's like what this is.
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah. And it is terrible, but in the scheme, like in the spirit of these movies, this is leagues beyond any of them.
This so much more
Are you
entertaining.
saying good or bad?
I'm saying incredible.
Yeah, very
Okay.
It was
watchable.
really
Very
entertaining.
watchable.
You think about fucking Wagons East, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you're just,
that
it was like watching
painful.
fucking paint dry.
Kept
This was like
going.
It's like
every
watching
fucking
paint travel
second there's
from the east to the
Yes,
west.
that's right. Drip across the country.
America.
Simon Says, I think
As well.
it's a lot like this movie, but has this thing where I think the Dane Cook of it all really
Nah, I loved that.
overcooks the shit out of that movie.
This movie had a new surprise around every corner.
Yeah.
I love the concept of it all has to take, all the action sequences have to take place on a train. God, I'm falling asleep. But I would also say this. I think that this movie, had there been a budget behind it, if someone had actually made this movie properly, it could have been a really successful, cool action movie. The other thing I want to say is this is where I start to get annoyed. When the vial breaks and everyone in the cabin is like, oh fuck, the main bad guy
doesn't
says,
care.
don't worry, remember, we can make a vaccine with the other tube of it. I'm
because
like,
one of his henchmen
hang
is like,
on. No, you
one of his
can't. What?
henchmen is like, what the fuck? We're all gonna die now, and he's like, don't worry about the
I
thing.
know science.
Yeah,
It's fine.
someone will make a vaccine eventually. Like,
Yeah.
that was dumb.
Can we talk about my favorite scene in the movie?
Yes, we
Yes.
can.
Okay. You got, I don't know if you saw this, but there's a couple. There's a couple of henchmen and they're dating each other. Well, a really intense looking lady and a real
yeah,
brick-faced guy.
Yeah. Brick-faced.
And they say, once I kill, I think they're like, I'm going to kill the boss and we're going to take all the money and we're going to buy an
I
island.
didn't hear that. That's awesome.
It's awesome. And then, 2 seconds later, they split up. They split up for 1 second. Van Damme sees the woman, and I guess it's like 3 moves where it's like, she goes to kick him, he like responds, and then just snaps her neck, and then she's dead. Yeah. It's great. And then he just kind of walks in. He's like, I loved her, man. And it's just a sad, like, Hulk just fighting Van Damme.
And he's a very, very big dude. Like,
And he's
huge.
real sad.
Yeah.
And you know what? Best scene in the movie. Don't even remember how it
sad,
ended.
yeah.
Best.
At one point, one of the bad guys gets thrown into the train engine. doesn't
Yeah.
he? That's pretty sick.
The
that was
nerdy
sick,
guy,
yeah.
the nerdy guy, and Van Damme approaches him with one of those ridiculously
that was great.
humorously large spanner, which I guess they only use on trams.
Yeah,
those ones. And he threatens to like bonk him with it over the head, and then the guy is so scared that he just throws that away and then throws him into the train engine. And that's when I realized Van Damme is literally just like going around killing these people.
fighting his way through.
It's
Yeah.
about picking off every single one of
At
these
one point, he
characters.
fights his way underneath the train,
Yeah.
and he's
He
doing
goes-
like a Cape Fear, where he's hanging from the bottom of the train as it's just like barreling across these
It
rails.
doesn't feel right though. Like I don't root for him as the good guy if he's.
I don't know.
If
Did
he-
you see him on a motorcycle?
It's
Yeah.
I think it's,
And
on a
you-
motorcycle,
No, I mean-
on a train.
I think
On
you
2
can-
trains.
That's right. He
I think
jumps
you
between
can kill
trains.
people in action movies and still be the good guy, but if you do it so quickly and easily and like without any emotion, all of a
No,
sudden
you got to build up trust with the audience.
Yeah.
It's too quick.
it's got to be harder for him.
Speaking of trust,
It's gotta be
there's
a
a
struggle.
scene where Galena and she gets with the bad guy Mason, and she basically decides to try and seduce him to I don't know, to protect herself or something. So they start to hook up, and we get some more freeze frames of
Lots of
just people's
snaky shots,
kissing
yeah.
faces.
Yeah.
Very
And
serpentine.
it's one of those ones where, you know, she's like, just like your classic instant seduction where a woman goes like, hey, I'll make it up to you. And he's just like, as we know, he's very horny. So he falls for it immediately. But then, of course, he's a good bad guy who's like kissing her. And then he's like, here, get in that room. And then he just like slams the door or locks her in or kicks her off or something. And he didn't fall for it. And you're like, wow, this guy
and then
has
he says, I hope you
brain
die slowly.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, what a piece of shit. Love it.
Wow.
and then he just jacks off because he's so
Yeah,
horny.
yeah.
to just lead a woman along
choking
like
himself.
that.
That makes him even hornier.
It's a real Louis C.K. moment.
He basically is.
There are a lot of parallels.
It's so funny, like that bit where he's walking
There
down the
we
street
go.
eating the
Yeah,
pizza.
There it is.
Yeah.
Um,
Van Damme goes to the conductor and starts getting the skinny from him and being like, you know this train, tell me what to do.
Yeah.
And then there's some bad guys try and come in and he just karate chops them and stuff. That's the thing I can't watch
Yeah.
these movies. There's just like these fight scenes after fight scene of just like
Really
hand-to-hand
mediocre.
combat. Just like I'm karate chopping you, you're knocked out. I'm
I
kicking
just
this guy.
remembered.
but also, like the little flavor to that scene is the old man who knows the train like the back of his hand is like, I don't know, like I think he got shot in the knee, so it was like, I can't walk, but I can guide you through it. So then there's this scene where he's got a walkie-talkie, Van Damme has the other walkie-talkie, and it could be this setup of like really crazy, like almost Ocean's 11-esque kind of like moving through the train, trying to find out how to pull the brakes or whatever the fuck it is he's trying to do. But it is just like a very short scene of like, so you go down there and you just pull on that thing down there and twist it and the train will stop.
And it keeps cutting to like it's in Linz, Austria, and it's like the control center for trains, and there's just like two old guys watching dots, like colored
you missed
dots
your stop,
on a track.
or you made an unauthorized.
You're
stop.
stopping.
Yeah.
You're stopping. Problem?
And then
the
eventually
train is too fast.
Trains get derailed.
What about because it eventually with the spanner guy, that's so he can fix the cell phone jammer.
That's right.
And then I guess he calls through
the cell phone jammer
to like some general.
He calls the military or something, doesn't he?
Because he works for Interpol.
Yeah,
it's
that
not
was
made
Dennis
clear.
Rodman.
There's
you're thinking of a different movie.
There's definitely some fight scene where Jean-Claude Van Damme throws somebody over his shoulder, and like they've been oofing and uffing the whole time, but this guy gives the Nutri-Grain Iron Man scream. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Out of
nowhere.
Put that in the podcast so people know?
Yeah,
There's a very there's a very classic like man yelling sound effect that's that's exactly what it sounds like, but you hear it in lots of movies, and I heard it on
I don't think I've ever heard it in a movie.
I heard it in a cartoon my kids were watching the other day. It's like a stock sound, but you know it as a kid who grew up in the 90s as the end of the Nutri-Grain ad.
Dude, when Nutri-Grain had those CDs that had like a beat making machine in them, that was like my shit. That changed my life.
That was crazy.
It had
And
just
you know
like
what?
6 samples that you could layer on top of each other, and they all work together, and you're like, I'm
Dance
making music.
EJ, yeah, I was above that shit. I was already making sick beats back then. But I appreciate the Nutri-Grain and Kellogg's bringing it to the kids. With Nutri-Grain, though, it's not just the... It's like I can hear in my head exactly when the big smashing noise of iron smashing through the screen. And it goes, Iron Man food! That's how. I love Iron Man food.
but it was uncalled for in this movie.
Yeah.
Because, first of all, like, who screams like that when they're being thrown over someone's shoulder?
Like flipped, and while he's getting picked up, and he screams even harder as he hits the ground.
It's such a
But what you
specific
didn't see,
scream.
Morgan, was as he flew over, he had like a spoon in his hand with some Nutri-Grain on it, and it was going into his mouth.
And he'd just run like an ultra triathlon.
I didn't
Just
see
came
it.
out of the water looking out.
There's also a bit that cracked me up
Yeah,
where
man.
Van Damme ends up driving the train. And it just reminded me of that Seinfeld episode where Kramer tells this story that ends with him being like, and now I'm driving the bus. And it was just like that, because it was like an hour in, and he was holding it in the same way Kramer's like acting that he holds that bus.
You're Batman. Yeah, I am Batman.
I am Batman. And then, I think a guy's toe gets chopped off or something.
From here, it really, I mean...
Yeah, not much happens.
We
It's
get
just
the
more...
motorcycle scene.
Nothing's happening.
Yeah, so we get these, like, to me,
What happened
it's
to the
almost
violin
like
lady?
like sketches of, like, how
Yes.
can Van Damme save the day? And you're like,
Well, sorry, before you go on, you remember when we watched Conspiracy?
Shadow Conspiracy.
Shadow Conspiracy?
Shadow Conspiracy.
We talked about how, like, there were, sketches or vignettes of, like, good action ideas, like the driving a motorcycle through the train station, et cetera, et cetera. There are a lot of these for the rest of the movies, right? How can you use a train creatively to be... to be like an obstacle course for action scenes.
I think the glue of the story just like was evaporated for me. So I just have these images of scenes where it's
Same.
like, yep, Van Damme's underneath the train.
Yep.
Now he's driving it. Now he's suddenly on a motorcycle catching up to it, and I'm not sure how that happened. And now he's climbing into a helicopter.
Oh,
That was good. That was real good.
Like that.
Yeah, okay.
I
So
don't
the
know
two
how-
ones,
yeah.
the two ones that stick out in my mind are the motorcycle one, and they set this up well in that when you first watched the train depart from Slovakia, you saw that there was like a car carriage at the end carrying a couple of cars and some
Oh, yeah.
some motorbikes. And so, he's
And a
being
helicopter.
and so he's being chased onto the back of onto these back compartments, and in fact he gets into one of the cars to sort of hide away so he can make a cell phone call now that he's gotten rid of the jammer to report back to Europe that, hey, we need some fucking help. Some bad guys come out to try and kill him, whilst he's sort of out in the wilderness, air blowing in his hair, on this carriage. And then Hot Wheels, what was it called? Hot Wires, a motorbike.
Yeah, stick with Hot Wheels.
He Hot Wheels a motorbike, and somehow he gets it.
He gets a toy motorbike on a little train track and does a loop de loop.
He gets it on top of the train, and he's got these. Eventually, like we were saying before, he's working his way through all the bad guys. So he's knocking these two guys off, and there's another train running on the track adjacent to their train. He somehow launches off his train and onto that train, and is then able to like.
Yeah, the guy's got like a submachine gun and he's like shooting at him on another train. He's like coming across, and then he like manages to just get like right next to him and like shoot him off the train and then like jump back onto that train with his motorcycle. Yeah, it's sick.
How does he do it?
The helicopter scene was cool because it was like a helicopter going the same speed as a train, him trying to climb that little like wobbly ladder that the helicopters drop.
Yeah, because the main bad guy is escaping on a helicopter with the bioweapons.
That's right.
Van Damme's like, fuck that, hooks the ladder to the train, so then the helicopter's like, oh fuck! Ah! He's trying
and
to pull away.
And at the same time, they're about to go under a tunnel.
Yeah,
so you have that shot of the impending tunnel. The train's going through it. The helicopter's on the back, and the bad guy is hanging from this ladder, and he ends up being like, "I'm not going to be able to make it." Right, so he drops back onto the train, and the helicopter just blows up, and I was just like, "Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant." Like that was fucked.
Fuck, man, Jesus Christ!
It just reminded me of it.
Because that's how he died.
That's exactly.
I know.
They hooked his helicopter to a train.
I know he
and
was
just
trying
drove.
to like prevent the world from being destroyed by a bioweapon.
He was trying to stop COVID.
Yeah, he was trying to stop COVID. And I was like, maybe if Dennis Rodman was there, they could have done it together.
Wow.
Celebrities are so wasteful with their helicopters.
It's true.
Well, he's a celebrity. He's
Remember
just a
the Twilight
celebrity.
Zone movie?
I
Yes.
don't.
It was a helicopter accident.
Vic Morrow.
Where an old man and two children died.
Yeah.
John Landis.
Jennifer Jason Leigh's dad, Vic Morrow, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it? Well, and Max Landis also worked on that one. No.
Well, he was
Max
a kid.
Landis. He was a child.
Yeah.
Yeah,
His
and
dad directed it.
He was innocent back
Both
then.
of you, shut up.
All right.
What happened to the woman with the violin?
The lady with the violin.
We didn't
Okay.
talk about the idea. So all of the people on the train get
Getting
rounded
sick.
up into the bar.
They're all
in the
getting sick
throes
as
of
well.
small-
and they're all getting
smallpox.
real sick.
Yeah.
Texas Bob is like, get him away from me.
Yeah.
And
They're
like,
sweating. They're getting like actual, what are they called?
Welts and
Pustules.
stuff,
Yeah.
yeah.
Little pocks on their faces.
Oh.
And at one point, there's a woman, someone says something like, it might be smallpox. And is it the violinist or one of the women on the train just goes, actually, smallpox was eradicated in 1973. And it just seemed like such a weird bit of like encyclopedic knowledge.
So they had to say the year that it was eradicated, so that then they could justify why some of them weren't getting it because they were old enough to have been vaccinated against it. Once it was eradicated, people stopped being. I don't know if this is
It was
true.
actually, you know
I'm
what?
pretty
That
sure
actually kind of like, at least
But don't they
made
still
sense of the movie
vaccinate
logic.
for smallpox?
I
don't know. Look, I'm no scientician.
I think only the really small pox, but the bigger pox, they just leave it alone.
Yeah. They're like, we can't save you from big pox. They will just kill you straight away.
So the British guy, after he's dealt, he punches Texas Bob to calm him down, and then he goes up to Texas Bob.
Those are
and
one of
he's
those things like, snap out of it, Texas Bob.
Yeah.
More or
He
less
goes-
was,
he's like,
yes.
but I'm scared. And then he's like, come on. And they're like putting ice on Van Damme's daughter because she's going to die.
Oh,
Fucking
no.
fits and stuff.
The French
Get her in
girl is
ice.
like,
Get her in the ice!
It's beautiful. By the way, the Limey, I'm calling him the Limey because he got called that once.
Motorcycle
in the movie.
Mike.
Yeah.
Motorcycle Mike is on the train because
Motorcycle Mike.
he met the love of his life and she was on that
that's right.
train.
Yeah,
like
that's
3
right.
3
weeks
weeks ago.
beforehand.
3 weeks ago, she
So
was.
he's
3
just
weeks
catching
ago.
the train and hoping that he'll.
I know,
run
it sounds
So,
a bit
man,
silly.
we should get
Yeah.
on there. And Van Damme's wife is a doctor,
That's
and
right.
she's
Yeah.
dealing with all
Wait,
that.
is she
She's
the one
the
who
one
says
that's
the
like,
smallpox
yeah,
thing?
She is
looks
the
like
one who figures it
smallpox.
out.
Yeah.
And then she notices that on the motorcycle Mike's arm that his
He's got a tattoo of the virus
The
antidote.
DNA makeup
got a
of the
tattoo of the
vaccine.
cure.
Yeah, antidote there.
no 1976.
Yeah.
And
73, but shut up.
all right, man. So yeah,
Both of those points come back at the very end of the movie. We'll touch
yes,
on that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Especially
it all
the
ties
fact
up.
that she is a doctor. Oh, it
Yeah,
kills
and
me.
also at this point,
So good.
like the family are in the middle of like being held by the baddies, and then the son pulls out his famous spin kick that we saw
That's right.
earlier.
Yeah.
He does a bit of
Kicks
Van
the bad
Damme
guy
as
in the
well.
head.
Yeah.
And
The
then
bad guy?
the bad
somehow-
guy takes the
somehow
bioweapon,
that's
runs
right.
off. Suddenly, they're about to collide with another train.
Oh, shit.
That's right.
Everyone freaks
now-
out.
You know,
They hit the other train.
Yeah.
Son's dead.
Oh.
This is where things get derailed though. We get train on train action. It's like two sword fighting wangs smashing into each other.
Now I know why this guy like John Malkovich was so horny.
Dead kid.
Can we also there's a Van Damme calls in for help and he calls like some sort of government people and they're all
Yeah.
like they're in an office and they're like, okay, this is serious, and they realize this bioweapon's about to be released and if it happens a lot of people could die. It's really bad. Is their response to send in like Apaches to blow the whole train up?
Yes.
Because they're like, if this gets off, it's way worse. But the heat from like the bombs we're going to drop on this train will kill the virus as well.
That's right.
That's their game plan, right? So now like the people that are trying to help them are also like, well, we also think everyone
It
should
doesn't
die.
make sense. That plan doesn't make sense, right? Because they're like, I don't know. Yeah, yes, correct. They're going to blow the entire train up, which kind of makes sense. It destroys the virus completely, potentially, if that's actual science.
And they
then
guess the
it's
train is going really fast and they don't want it to hit something.
Well, that's
Is
the
that
thing.
right? Okay.
They should just get the train to go
Oh yeah. By
so
the way,
fast.
the brakes blew at one point.
Yeah.
They overdid it, and the brakes
So it's
blew.
like
it was
speed.
Just going, yeah, it's like speed.
Once
It's
they
like Die Hard on
lose
speed.
the back cabins.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
so the train that crashes is a drunk guy driving another train, and he falls asleep at the wheel. That's right. There's a wheel behind a train, and we learnt that in the Overlander.
exist.
What's the fucking
The Highlander
Highlander.
2,
Thank you.
the quickening.
Yes.
There can only be one or something.
Anyway, the
Oh,
two
yeah, no,
train, the
there
two
can
trains intersect in like an X fashion, I think,
Yeah.
right? And so half of the train is derailed, but the rest of
Ex-machina.
the train, the front half of the train, just keeps fucking
Yes.
going. And and Jean-Claude Van Damme decides that his son was on the back half of the train, which is now derailed, and he's dead. And he also,
And they grieve.
But also, when the
They
two
grieve.
when
They
the two
grieve.
trains hit each other, Morgan, you see the classic action movie stunt of like 7 different angles in a row of the same like train impact explosion.
Oh,
like,
yeah. And
just
the music
bam,
stops.
Bam, bam, bam.
And I really thought
Again,
at that
and again,
point
and again,
the train
and again.
would be derailed.
Yeah.
But no.
well, the back half
Still
was,
not derailed.
we think. But
I
actually,
guess.
what was a really good scene is
Not
then
as good a name of a movie. Back half of
Yeah.
train derailed, front half survives.
Van Damme goes to like he's running through the cabins trying to find his son after this explosion, and a cool scene. Like it's now the sun has risen, and we're in Europe or we're in wherever
Wait,
the fuck
the
we
sun is in his son or
Jesus
the
Christ.
are.
actual?
Jesus has risen.
Okay, wow.
No, the sun's up. It's
The
morning
holy
time. It's
sun.
like 5
Only in
a.m. in
Europe.
the
It's
morning.
immediately
And he
morning, actually.
he goes to
yeah.
keep walking down the cabins, and he gets to the end of the train, and of course it's been blown off, and it's just Van Damme looking out the back of a train as like the landscape and the
Yeah.
train tracks disappear behind him, and it's 5 a.m. It was quite a beautiful
Yeah.
looking.
Oh, yeah,
it was
yeah.
nice to look at. And then he cries because his son's allegedly
Yeah.
dead.
So what's the big ending? Is it the bridge that the train's on explodes?
That's right. They decide we're going to
first
blow.
they have to have the final fight with the bad guy.
How does
Yeah,
that play
amazing.
out?
He ends up fighting Van Damme for a while, and then Van Damme chokes him with his own necktie through a door.
What do they talk about? when
That's
they're
what
fighting?
happens.
They must have some pretty good dialogue when they're
between the
fighting.
fighting.
Yeah,
I
I'm sure
remember
they
this.
did. Yeah, it was yeah, they're just fucking each other up. He's
very memorable.
putting it to him because he killed his son allegedly.
Heath Ledger.
You did like
Heath
defending
Ledgerly.
him in
Heath
court.
Ledgerly.
Heath Ledgerly. He
Heath
killed his son.
Ledgerly killed
He
his
gave him
son.
sleeping pills and he Heath Ledgered him.
Wow.
Guys, it's not funny. People have actually died in real
I
life.
know, man.
but which-
We are not allowed to talk about it.
Which one was?
All right,
Okay.
the Apache helicopters are just like, we're ending this train
That's
ride.
right. So they decide.
Oh, right.
that-
Actually, no. Sorry. I'm so sorry. The reason that they have the big boss fight is that the big bad guy kills the conductor.
You've got
Yeah,
no reason.
that's why. And then he gives him
You've
the.
got no reason.
That's a Living End song. Is that All Torn Down? Is he doing the end of All Torn Down?
Doing Living End again.
Sing the solo.
Anyway, you didn't watch the movie. You have to listen to us explain it. If you want, you
Okay.
can listen to the Living End in your own time.
Yeah. They don't sign
Probably
up to this
remember the song.
podcast and our Patreon to listen to you sing the Living End or play the Living End.
No, I can't remember it.
Boom. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
He's doing the solo, but he is doing it in the wrong key.
What key is it in?
It's the next, yeah. That's
All right.
I'll talk over the solo.
Give it to me. I
you don't need
remember
to stop
it.
the solo.
No, I won't actually play. Oh, that is broken now. That's a priceless artifact. Just like
You've got no reason. You've got no reason.
Why did he sing like that?
I don't think he sung it like that.
I think the question is, why are you singing like that?
Are you talking to yourself?
Why do I sing like this?
All right, so the Apaches blow up the bridge in front
That's
of
right.
the
They
train.
decide the bridge is the place to blow this thing up for some reason.
We
That will
won't
make
blow
it
the
explode
train up
better.
itself.
No, we'll blow
which
the
is
bridge
what we
up.
should do
I don't know.
for the heat thing that we said. But yeah, so they blow up like it's coming to the end of a bridge, and
Everyone's working together to stop this
What
goddamn train.
are they doing to stop the train?
Pulling
they're
pulling some things.
They're pulling the brakes and things.
Yeah.
Like it does work as well. Just like any good movie.
They get right to the end where they're hanging off this like the
The
bridge
dining
is gone.
car that they're all in is
They're
like
like,
hanging off the bridge, and they all have to like scamper up to the other end of the.
I think all the front parts of the train do fall
Yes.
off and blow up, and it's really cool because they use miniatures. Like you can see that it's a toy
it's
train.
real good.
I like that. I
And
like
you can
that
see
stuff.
that like the background of the mountain is like when you've just painted like
Oh.
paper mache.
I
over
love that
it.
shit. That's my
Yeah.
So
favorite.
good.
So it's a mixture of like real train. There's a bit of CGI in there, and there's miniatures, and it's cutting between them all as the train's like hanging off the edge of this bridge. And
awesome.
it's almost like one of those things where someone's like, "Everyone get to one side of
Yeah,
the carriage,
exactly.
otherwise the weight is gonna." Yeah, and they all manage to get off just before it falls.
Oh, and just as he's about to get off the carriage, his son is just like, "Dad," and he's like, "My son, we gotta go."
Yeah.
And then I think Galani is that her name?
Vagina. Galena.
has it is
Chun-Li.
Galena.
Yeah.
Galliano
You said Galani.
has
Galileo.
the bioweapon in the cassette, and she's like, "I'm gonna take it," and he's just like, "No." Oh wait, is that before that?
I can't remember this part.
He gets the bioweapon off.
Ging gang.
Does he though?
Does she get a new violin?
She gets a song.
Okay,
Oh yeah,
so-
the
Oh,
violin
the dude
gets
smashes
smashed.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that.
Oh, okay.
The bad guy smashes
For no
the
reason. I remember
lady's
that's when I knew
violin.
he's
So-
pure
Oh,
reality.
he also kills a dude. That's pretty sick.
He kills one of his own dudes.
No. Sorry, we're reversing
Oh,
now,
yeah,
but
yeah, he
he
does kill
gets
a
them
dude.
all into the dining
Yeah, yeah.
car, and he says, "Has anyone seen has anyone seen this woman?" And everyone's like, "No." And then he turns to one skinny weedy dude and he's like,
Yeah.
"Have you seen this woman?" He's like, "No, I swear." And he's like sweating bullets.
And he's like, "It's
He's like-
okay."
and then he shoots him.
Yeah, he shoots him. He does it to someone else as well. He does.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the guy who says like we're all going to die from this bioweapon.
that's
He
right.
does one of those things where he's like, "Don't worry about it. We're all going to live." Turns around and then shoots him, like not looking at him, like pointing the gun away. Where he's like, "I can't even stand."
He also,
it."
after
You're
the first
insufferable.
murder, he says, and if anybody has any memory flashes,
Yeah.
just come and talk to me. But imagine having that conversation with him, be like, yeah, I had a memory flash. Yeah, like you said, I just totally forgot everything.
Yeah,
But,
until you started
I know
shooting
who it
people.
is. I do know who
Until
it
you
is.
said memory flash, I totally forgot. That
I
was
totally
a thing.
remember. I was like, a memory flash. And then I remembered, I could have one of those.
I like that Hayden thought he got up on the train and said, "Has anyone here seen a bioweapon?" And they're all like, "What is that?" And he just shoots someone and he memory
Anybody
flashes.
here seen, kill a virus?
That's right.
Okay, so end of the movie. We got.
Did she get a violin? Did she get a new one?
No.
Oh, Texas Bob says, "Sweetheart, I'm gonna make sure I buy you that violin."
Yeah.
So Texas Bob takes care of it. Okay.
Okay, nice.
And
Texas
they
Bob.
set up a quarantine thing on the end of the train.
One of those like FEMA camp looking tents
Yeah.
where they're all in hazmat
Everyone's wearing
suits.
hazmat. It looks like the movie Evolution with David Duchovny
Oh, yeah.
with less grass and blue apes.
What about Tarantino? Is that a style of movie?
So I haven't heard of that, but a little sneaky thing I came up with. When we went into lockdown the first time,
Yeah.
I thought, look, it's a bit of a funny time. Maybe I'll have a quarantini
What
and
is
a
that?
wank.
What are they?
A wank. Well, sorry, a wanktini.
Hey.
A quarren wank. Yeah,
Are they the same?
yeah.
It's
yeah.
just
I wank
what-
into a glass and then I
Yeah.
drink it.
Gin and Cameron and Olive.
I like being with you guys. I don't understand a lot of what you guys are saying. I like being with you
I
guys.
can tell it would be funny.
These sounds of laughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the wife of Van Damme is like
The Van Damsel in distress.
she lets them know that the smallpox they can cure it. Van Damme talks to
He meets with Charlie Utter. Charlie Utter comes back.
Yeah.
And he goes, he just does one of those things where he accuses him, where he's like, so why did you want that bioweapon anyway? And Charlie Utter's like, well, I don't know. I don't know. It's like the most obvious, you know how you normally, if you're lying, you'd be like, what the hell are you talking about? Are you accusing me of something? But he goes like, what are you talking about?
Hot in here?
Yeah. He's looking left to right. He's like, what?
Yeah,
he
he's
goes,
like stalling for time. He's like, what?
Yeah.
What?
The bioweapon.
He goes,
I want it for what?
You must still be shaken up by all the stuff that's happened to be making these crazy things.
he just rips his mask up and
And then Van Damme has to
He's
spend
like,
like
"Of course,
30
Jack."
seconds explaining all the evidence he's seen that shows that he was in on it the whole time. But yeah, it's like, no, I'm saying it because of this and this and this and this. And there's like 3 random people around. He's just like, cuff him, boys. And they're like, oh, my pleasure. They just like arrest
Yeah.
him.
So
Why
wait,
not?
I didn't understand Utter was the bad guy, but also why did Utter send him in to save the day?
I don't know, because he could trust him and maybe get his hands on the bioweapon off him or something.
Yeah. The question he
okay.
asks him,
he
he
it.
just goes, how much were you going to get for that virus?
That's
and then he's like, well, what are you talking about over here? This guy crazy.
And then so that's one awesome revelation.
Oh, no, hold on, sorry.
I refuse to hold on.
I looked at my notes and I wrote down what he actually said. And so he goes, well, what are you talking about? You're delusional. And then Van Damme goes, delusion this, and like punches him in the face.
Oh fuck!
Very good.
that is good.
And then, so Van Damme's wife is walking around the fucking, like, quarantine ward like she runs the place, even though she's just some doctor. And the head, like, epidemiologist of,
Who? I guess?
Yeah,
where are we again?
Slovenia.
Oh, no.
They do
Yeah,
get
the Who.
Who.
It's the Who,
Yeah,
yeah.
they get the Who.
She like...
The Who?
She goes up...
The World Health Organization.
The fucking goal of this
I
woman...
didn't know Nutri-Grain was in the Who.
The goal of this woman, she goes up to the head of the Who and says, like, so actually,
Yeah, that
here,
was so
here are
funny.
the vials, so you can cure them with that, and also start taking their temperature. I've been giving them like cold
Juice.
compress.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
you fucking
No.
telling the head of the Who to give them cold compress?
She
What are you
says,
talking
like,
about?
make sure to check their temperatures
That's
every
right.
10 minutes and check their fluids.
Bitch, please.
Yeah, you're like, whoa,
I
hold
am a
on.
doctor.
Like, who are you? You're just someone that was on the train.
That's
You're
right.
like a victim here. You're one of the people
In
that
fact,
should be
you're
in a hospital
contaminated.
bed.
And
Yeah.
if we can't figure out how to cure this thing, I'm sorry, we're going to
Yeah.
gas you all in this place.
Yeah, we're still going to bomb you, by the way. We did say. The funniest thing is that the info she gives is like, if you're writing the script and you're like, she needs to throw a bit of technical hospital doctor jargon to show that she knows what she's talking about. But they didn't do any research into like what kind of 10cc milligrams of this. It's just literally like, make sure you check their fluid levels and give them some water or something. Like, it's like nothing. But and then the woman just goes like, okay,
Yeah, she
Like,
takes
just
the
it.
order.
Yeah.
And then Who turns up with the Who, who's also treating people on the train.
Okay, so Motorcycle Mike is talking to Texas Bob because Texas Bob is like, I'm going to make sure I get you that violin. And then they're just like, she's too sick to like talk to him. And he's like, struck out again, mate. And then he's like, and they're having a chummy thing. And then he's just like, yeah, whatever happened to that girl? And it's just like, I never told you where she worked. She works for the World Health Organization. Isn't that right? And she's just like, hi.
The violin player works for the World Health.
No. Motorcycle
Oh, the
Mike's
girl you
girl
chased,
from the train.
Yeah.
I explained that badly.
No,
It was hilarious.
It's my bad.
Smallpox.
I'm still thinking about the violin lady.
I just the way that they just hand wave it
Yeah.
off like we're going to cure this now like tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's just so dumb.
And for some reason they give like a small character ending to all the people on the train. Like Texas Bob gets one, Violin Girl gets just these quick wrap-ups of like, don't worry, we had a full arc as well.
And Vagina?
Yeah.
Galena. So at the end, it does like one of the a tag. Like the movie's over. It does
Van
a little
Damme's
sneaky
like, he gets
scene.
his happy ending.
Yeah,
and then,
everyone's got a happy ending. Galena goes into some box and pulls out a diamond necklace.
And then she
Oh,
turns
I
around,
remember that.
and then it freeze frames, and then the movie ends,
She
and
got
then the
the
best
necklace.
song.
Stolen a
She got
diamond
it.
men-
She got it.
necklace,
Good
or-
on her. She got it.
Yeah, she
finally
gets
got
it,
it.
and then the best song in the world.
Yes.
plays.
Yes, it does.
This is what I'm all about. Let's get this song up because
hell
this
is this?
blew my mind. So firstly,
It's not, wait, White Noise by The Living End?
it's not a song by The Living End.
that I'm hearing from you.
Why does he sing like that?
Yeah, why do I sing like that?
In mid 2000s,
It was in vogue. Yeah, and you cannot find this song anywhere
This
on
is
the
the crazy
internet.
thing, right?
It's not listed in the credits.
Yeah. It's just a hip hop song. It's about Derailed. He kind of sings the plot
Yes.
from the point of view of the main character. So yeah, Hayden's not lying. This is not listed in the credits. I'm watching this right now from a YouTube clip where all the comments are, what is the name of the song and who is the artist? And the guy who uploaded it says, I don't know. I Googled it. I couldn't find anything.
No.
I Shazammed it. I couldn't find anything. Oh, hold on. Is this even the
I don't
right
think
song?
this is it. I don't think
This
this
is a
it.
different
Yeah, I was like-
Derailed.
Oh, Derailed
shit.
2005.
That's the
Jennifer
2005.
Aniston.
Hold
I
on.
noticed
So
that
what-
the
but what are the
quality
comments?
was
I wanna know what the
fucking awful.
comments
Comments
on
are
that
like,
one.
why can't I find this song and it's not listed in the credits and who is this and stuff.
All right,
I was
hold on.
hoping that one of us would accidentally watch Derailed 2005, by the way. I really,
Here we go. Yeah, it's better.
Yeah, no,
So,
this sounds
this is the real
like a
Derailed.
D'Angelo jam.
Yeah, it's almost
Yeah.
Puff
I want to
Daddy.
hear the lyrics. Hang on.
Got me living through hell.
We can't get copyright flagged for this because this song doesn't
Exactly.
exist.
Doesn't exist.
exactly.
It's not a real song.
Hey yo, peep this. Can you keep a secret? Can't believe this. Situations I go through just to keep this family alive. Mission completed. Survived another 48 hours. Undercover, couldn't tell my lover. Cause only God knows that I love her too much to give her pressure like Yu-Gi-Oh.
Anyway.
Did he just say Yu-Gi-Oh?
I hope
Did he
so.
reference Yu-Gi-Oh in that thing?
I don't want to hear Living End, Morgan. I hate this
That
guy.
will get us copyright flagged.
Yeah.
But yeah, this song doesn't exist. This is the mystery.
notoriously
This is the
litigious.
mystery song. So if we can find out who made that song,
Wow,
because
this is the music I listened to back in high school. Oh, how fast time passes.
Yeah.
How life gets
Like people
derailed.
watching this in
Mirror, right,
2020.
guys? Pictures in the mirror.
mirror.
great song though.
Yeah,
That's
the
a good
theme
one.
song for Derailed. I'm pretty sure the hook is like derailed, derailed. You're getting derailed, something like this.
Yeah.
But
You
also
gotta pay for that.
Then
They hired
something.
someone to write that song for them.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I
You
can't
can't
believe it's
find
not
it.
credited in the fucking
Yeah.
credits. I was going crazy trying to find it.
Me too. I went back and watched again and was like, did I miss it
Yeah,
somewhere?
no, not there.
Nah.
And then also like what my watch on Plex. You know what Plex
Yeah.
is? Yeah. So something dicky happened with Plex where I watched the song to the end and then automatically reverted back to where I'd previously tried to watch it from, like 20 minutes in. And I noticed like the music in the background. I was like, oh, that's what they sampled on the hip hop track. Like they've actually sampled the original score into the hip hop song.
That is cool.
Very
Yeah.
cool. Anyway, I give this movie a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I agree.
You didn't even finish it. Whatever you give it, you have to cut in half.
No,
'cause
we're
that-
not
you only
talking
got
about Living
halfway.
End anymore. We're talking about the movie.
Yeah. Roll on.
Pictures in the mirror.
Roll
Do you
on.
actually give this a 10 out of 10?
Our pictures in the mirror, our pictures in the sky.
I like the bridge of that song. It's like, roll on, roll on,
Tiggity-tiggity.
roll on,
It's like the chords are reversed as well.
roll on.
Roll off.
Okay, so can we
Nah.
agree that the scale of 1 to 10, we're not comparing these to all movies.
I can agree on that.
I am.
You're not.
You're-
You'd be putting them
no.
lower, Declan.
No.
Really?
Most of mine have been really low. I'm giving a lot of like
You've been giving
threes.
up some fives here and
Yeah,
there.
I've seen a few fives.
Five's not very good.
It's a
is
different
it?
experience.
Five's like
It's a different experience.
below average movie.
I
We're not watching
Not a good movie.
Quarantino Tarantino movies
We're
here.
not watching Quarantine.
Yeah.
yeah, well, that's just one man at several points of his day.
This isn't
You don't
Martin
know where.
Quarantino we're watching here.
I don't want to see a man Squarantino one out on the floor.
So yeah, I rate it differently. I sort of think
just
of it as,
look,
shit scale.
I rate them as if like everything else is gets up to 13 and these only get up to 10.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
I
like
don't feel like
just
I can
give-
put this
A
on
good
the
real
same.
movie
movie
can
that
get
was
a few
assumed.
extra points
That's
on the
right.
top.
They're eligible for the 13. These movies are only eligible for a 10.
Like Street Fighter, I would be a lot more generous to that movie than I would be to like a movie that someone really put a lot of effort, like The Pianist. With Adrian Brody.
It's the same amount of effort in
Potty
all
mouth.
movies, though.
I know that it is, but that's not how I feel.
Whoa.
Well, facts don't care
Yeah.
about your feelings, buddy.
And feelings
Well-
don't care about your stupid opinions.
I'm saying that this is you got a ranking of 10 for these movies and 13 for good movies. So, for example, Goodfellas, 13 out of 13.
Yeah.
You're saying this is a 10 out of 10?
Yeah, but no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying Goodfellas, on the scale of rating movies in my head, Goodfellas gets a 13 out of 13. It is eligible for the 13 out of 13. But this movie is only eligible for 10 and it's not even getting close.
What is it getting? I need to write it
Alright,
down.
so I liked this movie. I found this movie really enjoyable. It was engaging. I liked how many fucking like twists, like not twists in the Shyamalama-Lamalan way. That's his name, right? M. Night Shyamalama-Lamalan.
M. Night Shyamalan and Tina.
Roll on. And, sorry.
Come on,
Chris
Hayden,
Chaney
just roll
just
on
walked
with
in
it.
the room.
Just roll on with it.
Alright, boys, it's me, Chris Chaney. Yeah. Roll on. That's my impression of him.
Cheney.
I follow Cheney
Why
on
did you
Instagram.
put
He
down
lives in
the
LA.
White Falcon and pick up the 6112 again after so many
I
years?
don't know what you're talking about.
He's on guitars.
Guitars are for fucking lame awards.
Says the
I
guy who
make
still
beats,
makes
bro.
music from Nutri-Grain CDs.
You live in LA.
The travesty about that is there was no
That sample wasn't
on
in
there.
there.
Yeah.
Did you say Travis, the original drummer
Travis-
of Living
the
LA?
Travis D. Yeah, Travis D from the Living End.
Travis D. Dempsey.
Travis D. Bear.
It was Travis
It
Dempsey.
was Travis Dempsey.
Was it
wasn't
really?
Yeah,
I think
Travis
so.
D.
Sick. Nice. I got it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm more of an Andy Strachan fan.
I really like
He's
this movie.
tight,
I liked
isn't he?
the way
He's
it
reliable.
changed every 10 minutes they inserted a new thing. I wasn't expecting the bioweapon to
Absolutely
escape.
You
disgusting.
should just have
liked
sex
that-
with me. It's a very similar experience. Every 10
liked
minutes, I'll
that
insert a
everyone
new
got
thing.
sick on the thing. Or got sick on the train. I like movies like, like fucking Speed. It is like Speed or Phone Booth where it's all set within this confined space and they have to be creative with that space to stretch the movie out. It's like a bottle episode.
I
But
like
I hate
movies where
bottle
people
episodes.
get sick on a train.
I liked that. That was unique.
Yeah.
That everyone got fucking smallpox in a train. It was
because
sick.
normally those weapons are
was
just
cool.
contained the whole time.
Yeah, and it's just like, oh, there's
it
the
nearly
stakes.
got out, but it didn't.
Yeah,
but this
that
is
was
like, no,
fun.
it's out.
Stakes
People
on a
will see it.
train.
Yeah.
Stakes on a train.
All right, so hey, what,
And so, I will give this movie. What did I give Staying Alive?
Fuck off. I don't care. Just tell me.
One.
You gave like a 6 or a 7.
I'll give it a 0.1 below Staying Alive, and then take everything else and move that
What you
down.
say every time.
I've said that the last few times.
I'm not moving everything else down.
Everything else
That
down.
is so annoying.
Because it was better
All right,
than.
I'll give you
what-
this.
what's
You gave Staying
Tell me
Alive
what-
6.5. You gave the very excellent Mr. Dundee 6.4, and you tried to pull this moving
All right,
everything else
fine,
down.
I'll give it
This better.
6.45. Jesus.
Can't enjoy
Okay,
these
yeah,
movies. Stop
yeah.
enjoying them.
I liked this movie. I kind of want to take Staying Alive up a whole point and give this.
Dude, I reckon if you watch Staying Alive now,
Yeah,
you'd think
true.
it was trash.
It's probably crap, hey?
You've
it
like
was
brought
slow.
it up in your head as like the gold
It was
standard.
pretty good. And actually,
2, 3, 4. I can still remember the whole movie.
Yeah. What about dance?
Boom, dong. Yeah, I remember all.
You have it on DVD though, Morgan. I'm saying it's in this
True.
house.
We do have it on DVD.
You can watch it whenever you want.
Yeah.
That's
I've
sick.
watched it whenever he
All right,
wants.
have special
Hayden,
features.
are you?
I've given it the score of 6.45, and I do want to say, Morgan, you mentioned on our last podcast that after time,
Dundee
the
got
Dundee
worse.
would get worse. Yeah, I think I agree. It's soured in my mind. I think I need to watch it again and realize
Yeah.
that actually it's fantastic.
If we're if we're talking about Dundee, I've got a minor correction as well. I may have intimated that Paul Hogan had a tax debt that was like $10 million. Turns out it was $100+ million.
Oh, $10 million.
God.
Yeah.
That's not a tax debt. This is a tax debt. And I did the voice.
Yeah.
I did the voice as well.
I think I actually made that joke on the episode, but we'll let you steal it and reuse it. I just want a few dollars of royalties.
Yeah, but I did the voice. That's not a tax debt. This is a tax debt. Yeah. All right, I guess I'll give it my best go. Foot forward now. From the opening bars
that's a bass
of
player
Roll
playing
On, you just know that you're in for a trip when Chris Chaney starts yelling and yelping.
Doing songs about like Dockland workers on a union strike is a good hit single for your second record. That's what I say about
And
Roll On. That's Roll On, baby.
A lot of people say it's sophomore
the shipyards are deserted on the docks of Melbourne town.
That's right.
The wharfies standing strong.
Oh God.
They got a lot to say that the union
They've
ran
got a
away.
riot on Broadway. Pigskins in the town.
Like this comment,
Right.
if you wish people like made real lyrics these days. Now it's all about
Society.
Yeah.
TikTok.
But honestly, on this movie, like
I
a lot
want
of
to be
people-
the minority. Now I'm doing it.
Green Day.
A lot of people do say that bands are subject to the sophomore slump. That the second album
do
is
say
bound
that.
to be
I've heard them
worse
say
than the first one. Think about it. Living
going
In,
to review
self-titled,
the band.
had Second Solution, Prisoner of Society, All Torn Down, West End Riot, and a pretty good closing instrumental track to
Oh
boot.
yeah.
Uncle Harry.
No, that's Roll On. That's
Well,
on
that's
Roll
exactly
On.
that's exactly my point. The closing track on their sophomore Roll On was Uncle Harry, something a bit more
Which
light,
was a bit of a pub
tongue in cheek.
jokey song.
Yeah.
Sing along. But the instrumentation in Roll On is still
Exactly
second
the same
to none.
as their first album.
No
And that's
way.
what I like about
no
it,
way.
is that it's guitar, drums, and bass.
The actual instruments used, yes.
Living In suck dick.
Nah, man.
So bad.
Dude, this Roll On
I
album.
liked
to
that
this
first
day-
album when I was like 10.
I mean,
You listen
Maybe,
to Roll On.
maybe that's when I truly knew it was good though.
maybe
Yeah.
you should have been
That was
listening
before
to
you were
some
jaded.
Carry Me Home or
Yeah.
Downton Abbey.
Carry Me Home is sick.
They have a song called Downton Abbey
They
as
did.
well.
Nah.
Downtown.
All right, give us a-
in the bath.
You know a lot of Living End songs with someone who hasn't liked them since you were 10.
Would you just rather leave your rating as...
I gotta look through.
Do you want me to put an
listing
NA,
of that now.
an N/A for your rating on this?
They had a song with light in the title. It was Blinded by the Light. Or Staring at the Light.
Staring at the
That's
Light.
a really good song as well.
Staring at the light.
The movie
so
lost me was
easy
in the
to
middle
deny.
with songs like Ride on Broadway and
How did you guys feel about 2018's
Dirty
Wunderbar?
Man was in there as well. Dirty Man's pretty much
Don't go that far.
Dirty Man's like a combination of pictures on in the mirror and Uncle
Oh,
Harry.
that's right. It's one of the first records Modular put out. That's weird.
You know, props to Van Damme for
Second.
showing up. And,
Solution
Solution
second.
Here I come to save the day. Oh, I'm doing like, you know, back then they had
Like a
ads
TV
on
ad?
TV,
Yeah.
Yeah.
featuring the singer.
They used to have this one for Modern Artillery where it was like a limey guy and he was like, The Living End have a new album called Modern Artillery, and it was all like the singles.
Yeah.
And I just thought they were an English band because I think even the cover is all like, I don't know if they were going for a Sex
So
Pistols
that,
thing
That album, they were clearly trying to break into the American market.
or the
And-
English market.
Well, that's what Roll On seemed to be. Roll On was
Yeah.
like Dirty Harry and like we're rioting.
The story
on
goes that they were
Broadway.
going to try and break America. I think they might have played Letterman or something once, and then Cheney was in a really bad car accident and was hospitalized for like months, and then it pushed all their plans back like a year, and it meant they had to cancel all these like festival tours and stuff that they were doing.
Well, that's really convenient for Chris Cheney. Like, oh yeah,
I was this close to breaking America until I broke my spine.
I broke
instead.
my hand. I can't sing anymore.
Anyway, respects to Chris Cheney. If we can get him on the podcast, I'm going to ask him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask him.
Get him on.
But
So-
what if he listens to this episode and he hears Hayden shitting on the
As
Living
if he'd
End?
listen this long into this.
I think you're more
Yeah.
at risk Scott Owen listening to it and shitting all over it.
I feel like if he didn't like any of this stuff, he'd just go, you know, all that I'm hearing from you
Is white
is
noise.
white
State of
noise.
emergency.
How's one said to
wake
the
up.
other guy?
What's it to the other?
No,
You're never gonna cover. Now that you're on your own to discover. You're living undercover. Now that you're on yours. That was so tight.
What about who's gonna say? Who's
Gonna
gonna
say-
say?
Who's gonna say? Who's gonna survive? Who's gonna survive?
I'm giving Derailed a 7.
No, I haven't given my rating.
Morgan's
that's
trying to
a big
derail
number.
this
That's a big
podcast.
number.
In light of
I
I'll take
am
it.
just
I'll
saying
take
it.
it.
I'm just going, I knew
So
it
seven.
when it started. I went, I'm giving it a 7. And it ended no end.
It had a 7.
You earned it, buddy.
I want to hear their cover of Sunday Bloody Sunday.
Oh, it's a classic.
Oh,
You got their cover of Tainted Love there as well?
Yeah.
Oh,
Did they
really?
do a studio version of that, though? I'm not sure
What's
if
on
they
your
did.
radio? What's on your
Oh,
radio?
that's the one I was
this.
trying to fit that one
Did
in.
it, did it, did it, did it, did it,
So bad.
All right. You just give it a 7?
End of the
I'll
world.
take a 7, yeah.
What the hell is end of
Clean. Yeah.
Sorry, Mitch.
All right.
7, is that your highest score?
That's my highest score.
Yeah, good on you.
I'm gonna
You
go
know what? Because I like this
4
movie more than
point.
I liked any of the other.
Well, that
This-
makes perfect sense. That's
this-
why you give it the best score out of
This
all
is
the movies.
this is the most watchable movie we've had.
Yeah.
I laughed a lot, not when it wanted me to. It was my kind of bad movie.
Yeah,
This is
no, I
why.
agree.
I'll
Okay,
jump
it was
on
a really
there
good
and I'll
bad
say
movie.
something different. I'll say I'm giving it a 4.6. It was okay. It was
think that's
watchable. It was pretty much what I expected from a Van Damme thriller action movie. But I'd already seen this in a movie called Simon Says, and I gotta say I liked Rodman more than Van Damme, and I watched Rodman do
wrong.
exactly what Van
You're
Damme's
wrong.
doing. So 4.6 from me. Do you actually want to give it a score, Morgan? This is your last
Yeah,
chance.
I mean,
If you
in-
say anything about the living in, God help me. God help me.
I mean, I'll sing along.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say
I will like it.
score.
Pictures in the Mirror?
Oh no! I will end. This will be the end
Pictures
of the world.
you never-
Mm-hmm.
You
saw?
never knew?
You never knew.
Pictures in the mirror, always reflecting you.
Well, that's not a picture. That's a mirror.
Not such an ordinary pictures in the mirror. Pictures
Just
in the mirror.
mirror.
You know, we tried
To
to
make
make,
you-
you
I feel.
understand.
I do
We
think we need
tried.
to comment.
We tried.
You
just
realize
how low
realize.
budget a lot of the moments in this film.
Caught
were.
by
a
social
lot of
evil.
bad green screening, lots of model trains that you could clearly tell
Was
were
a
models.
stink man in my
A lot of
hole.
bad-
Was she there at all?
She was there.
Pictures in the mirror.
I mean,
Pictures you never knew. Pictures in the mirror, always
Always
reflecting
reflecting
you.
I want to see you do this at like a beat poetry night.
I think it's been long enough that people won't recognize
Yeah, exactly.
the living end
Or
songs.
they'll have that familiarity that just makes you think something's good
This is
because it's
really
very
good.
vaguely like I've heard this before as a child.
In light of all of that, I give this a 4.3.
All right.
Nice.
In the mirror.
well, okay. Speed round. Favorite bits of the movie, or just anything that we missed out. The Haitian from Heroes was in this. Remember Heroes?
Oh, yeah.
Haitians in this movie.
Well, Charlie Outer from Deadwood was
Haitians in this movie.
All right, can we stop the podcast? I can't do any more living end stuff, man. I can't do it. Oh, hold on.
2,
Time to-
3,
Let's
4.
no. Let's thank our listeners, the salsa. Hopefully, we're going to get sponsored by Old El Paso. I know
They
Mitch
have
is
gone
working
back
on
to
it.
us. I reached out to Old El Paso. I said, I like your salsa. And that's the name of my clan,
Did
my
you say
crew.
they have gotten back to you?
They have.
They got
What
back.
did they say?
They
They
said,
said we'll send this to him. I will look into it or something.
Yeah.
But yeah. It was more of a like we'll get back to you later potentially.
so
But
come
you know
on,
what?
Old El Paso, balls
Guys,
in your court.
I don't know if I can keep eating these jars of salsa while we're recording unless we get a sponsorship because it's bad for my
Well,
health. It's
until I
cost-
hear back, Morgan, that's what you're gonna fucking
Old
say.
El Paso
thanks.
make
You guys chip in,
taco
at least it's
shells
costing me
and
hundreds of
burritos
dollars.
Yeah.
and stuff as well.
Yeah,
We could eat
yeah. They do
those.
the whole like Mexican suite, ensuite.
Tacos in the mirror.
So, balls in your court,
Yeah.
Old El Paso.
Now, thanks to all our listeners, the Haitiologists, the Salsarinos, the Tomatites, the Tomatards, everyone that's out
haters.
there.
Don't forget the tomato files.
Welcome to Truly Rotten Tomatoes. Goodbye from Truly Rotten Tomatoes. One
Welcome.
day we might be sponsored by Old El Paso. Also trying to get sponsored by Shaw, Nike, any of the big companies out
Shaw,
there.
Nike,
McDonald's.
Sure,
Nutri-Grain.
Nike.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh,
Wait,
I
can
would-
we find that
if we can
sound
get a
before we go?
Nutri-Grain sponsorship.
No,
I don't know enough about the things you do. I don't know enough to say I really know you. But I already fell in love with you, and if I knew, what would you do?
Nestle or natural?
Remember this ad? I'll get back to you, Barry.
I'll get back to you, Barry. It was more like that.
I do.
Do you remember that?
I didn't.
Yoga.
and then
He goes,
Yoga.
He goes, Barry. I'll get back to you, Barry.
What's that an ad for?
That's
Yoga.
Yogo.
Oh, yeah.
He's always on the
Very
phone.
intense
Yeah.
gorilla.
They had like a Bill Clinton rhino in one of them.
Yeah.
And all the ads
With like
tell
a minute
long
long
story.
Yeah.
If you connect
and yeah,
them
they
up.
connect together, yeah.
Yeah, that was sick.
And it was all stop motion.
was
right?
And the
Stop motion
voiceover guy was the
claymation.
guy from Frontline and also The Castle. The guy who talks like this.
Why didn't you skip to the end? You know the sound is like the last part of it.
He needs to see what an Iron Man looks like, so we can feel what an Iron Man
Why are you watching the
sounds
entire... Is this a minute? Back in the 90s, ads went for a whole minute.
Well, that's long. That's
That
real long.
lasted.
And the Iron Man food part came way late. Here we go.
Because it's not about what's behind you, but what's
Whoa. How did they make that sound?
I reckon they
great
slowed
sound.
it down.
They pitched it down.
Oh, hang on, Nutri-Grain screen. 20,000 views.
We're not the first to think of it.
What are the comments?
This
I'm not
brings
gonna
me back.
just read
This
the
brings me back
comments.
to my childhood. Still here because of Nutri-Grain. I'm here because of Modern Artillery. Like if you're here because you were listening to Modern Artillery. I forgot about this one.
Tabloid magazine, Hayden. What do you got to say to that?
She's just a tabloid magazine.
What it's
and
like? Does it go? It's all around me, and I just don't understand. It feels so out of place now. But and I know it's great.
I just
you know
can't
what they
complain.
say.
Alright, go on.
It's just a everybody. Dude, I'm gonna listen to Modern Artillery. Classic.